What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this video, we have how Britain handles crisis better than America. I'm intrigued. I got to hear the explanation behind it because I feel like, yeah, America don't handle crisis well. That's a fact. Well, I feel like from videos I've watched, I feel like in the UK, the leadership there isn't the greatest either. So, but I do feel like actually when I watched the COVID video, the way the Americans handled it and how you saw it in the media and the way it was in the UK were completely different. So, actually, I do think you guys probably do handle crisis better than us. So, I'm intrigued to hear an explanation. Before we dive in, if you guys happen to enjoy, don't forget to smash subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and if you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member, all you gotta do is hit the join button and receive your exclusive benefits.
I was walking home on my phone and I kind of lost my balance with the uneven pavement because I wasn't paying attention. And I fell into a bush and I was like, oh, sorry. And that was the first time I realized that I'm actually turning British.
She apologized to a bush.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Hickson Diaries, where we talk about my life as an American living here in the UK. And today we're diving into the ever so subtle art of British survival techniques. Now, I'm not talking about surviving the weather, although that is its own challenge here in Great Britain. However, I am talking about how Brits emotionally survive bad situations as compared to what we do in the United States. Whether it's a train delay, a breakup, or accidentally making contact on the tube, the British have their own unique way of coping. So let's break it down.
The art of apologizing, for sure. For sure.
Apologies when it's not your fault. So in America, if someone bumps into you with a shopping cart, you might shoot them a look and you might have something snide to say. Here in the UK, you would say you're sorry. No, not the person who was pushing the shopping cart. You would say you're sorry. Even if you're the one who just got body checked by that trolley. I was walking home on my phone and I kind of lost my balance with the uneven pavement because I wasn't paying attention. And I fell into a bush and I was like, oh, sorry. And that was the first time I realized that I'm actually turning British. I swear to God, it's a true story. You can judge me all you want, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Saying sorry did actually make me feel a little bit better, even though I was only kind of saying it to myself. It's kind of like a reset button here in the UK. Like if someone ruins your day, you say sorry. And you might even do it in a sarcastic way, but you still say sorry. The British don't like just survive bad situations. They apologize their way through them. I think it's a coping mechanism that just kind of is a release valve almost. It just, by saying you're sorry, you're almost just kind of unburdening yourself of whatever just happened.
I feel like I do be British in the sense of I do apologize about everything, and even when I'm in the right, I will apologize because that's what I do. But yeah, that over politeness, I have that. I don't know if I've ever apologized to a bush. I don't know, but yeah, like she said, that's just that British is getting in it. And I feel like at the supermarket, I think in that scenario she's talking about, that both Brits would probably end up apologizing. But yeah, I just feel like it's such a great word to deter any conflict, right? Instead of getting an attitude or barking at somebody or giving them a look, like, then I'm sorry, and then the person driving is, oh, that was my bad, I'm sorry. Like that whole conflict of what it could have turned to is just absolutely destroyed now. Now it's just like, he made a mistake, didn't mean to drive into me. I made a mistake, didn't mean to walk in his path. But everybody leaves with a smile. Everybody leaves the situation with a smile on their face. That's great, if you ask me. Grab a pint.
Grabbing a pint at the pub. Americans drink, but we kind of drink to party and celebrate or to distract ourselves and get away. Brits use going to the pub or grabbing a pint as their own form of therapy. I'm dead serious about it. If you have a rough day at work, go grab a pint. Cat ran away, go grab a pint. Got ghosted, double pint, maybe an all-nighter. Here in the UK, going to your local pub is almost as important as breathing.
I get that.
Each pub has its own unique history and has its own very specific vibe. So when you find your local pub, it almost feels like coming home. Well, you know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have your favorite beer, or they're going to have a good atmosphere, or anything to just distract you from the bad day that you're having. British pubs aren't just about drinking, and drinking in the UK isn't just about drinking and partying, celebrating, or getting drunk.
Okay.
Going to the pub and having a pint is a sacred space for venting, for decompressing, pretending everything's fine while sitting next to a roaring fire when it's cool outside, or sitting out in the beer garden when it's nice out, avoiding contact with everyone else and just sitting and stewing in your own discomfort and annoyance for a few minutes, and then apologizing as you walk out the door.
Yeah. He did apologizing as you walk out the door. That's funny. I do feel like Americans drink, like she said. I think she was pretty spot on about more so than Brits. Americans are drinking more for party, social occasions, getting wasted, things. That's exactly how I was in college for sure. I think now that I'm older, like I feel like I don't drink now because, like she said, like when I did drink, I drank to get wasted and at drinking like parties and socially. But if we're not like if it's not social or it's not a party, or then I don't really like the taste of it. I think there's better drinks out there like soda and juice and things like that. But I think I also know people who like will come home after a long day at work and have a beer, and that just kind of helps them take the edge off. No need to get drunk, no need to get wasted, but just kind of helps you take that edge off a bit. I feel like I said I don't drink, but now like when we go out to a restaurant like a karaoke night, like I'll have one, and that kind of helps the nerves if I'm gonna get on that stage. But it kind of just takes the edge off, and that's it. So I do get where she's coming from, and I do think the UK are more prone to just those drinks rather than partying. And I think pubs are like, from what I've seen in TV shows and movies with Brits, are like they are like home. Like she said, there's a community there. I feel like everybody talks to each other. Like it seems like there is a great atmosphere. You got games, you got drinks, you got conversation, you got food. Um, it's dope. Like it's community, and some of them like you bring the family to. That's cool to me.
Sitting down to a proper cup of tea. Okay, it's no secret that tea is like the holy grail here in the UK. It is the cure-all, and the one thing that Brits will always offer you in any situation. And I'm not using that metaphorically. Car broke down, have a cup of tea. Broke your arm, have a cup of tea. Then we'll go to the doctor. So let's put the kettle on before we do anything else. That's usually the mantra. But here's the thing. It's not really about the actual tea. It's about the ritual. It's about sitting down, taking a few minutes, taking a breather, just kind of getting yourself together, getting control of your emotions so that you know whatever your next step is, or being able to just unleash your emotions and let them out so that you can figure out what, the best solution is to whatever your problem is. It gives you something to do besides just focusing mainly on whatever is bothering you or whatever's just happened that you're dealing with. Stir some sugar into a cup of PG Tips. It becomes a form of meditation. The worse the situation is, the more proper that cup of tea needs to be. If you can master this, then you can master almost anything here in the UK.
Funny. The worse the situation is, the more proper that cup of tea needs to be. That tea, that's something I don't use for conflict, for crisis. So I guess that tea will get you through anything, huh? Anything and everything that can come up in your life, any issues, problems, circumstances, and situations. There's nothing that a cup of tea won't get you through, is what I'm hearing.
When Brits are faced with any kind of uncomfortable situation or awkward moment, you can never go wrong with a sarcastic, understated comment. This is one of my favorite things because I just find it very, very hilarious. Americans would say something like, "This is a disaster," and they'd be super animated and then, over the top about it. Where Brits will be like, "Well, that's not ideal. Fell into a river? Yeah, I got wet today, didn't I? That's it.
That's
They would
crazy.
just move on. They would laugh it off. They'd go have a cup of tea. They'd go to the pub
Yeah.
for a pint. They'd probably apologize to the river for falling in it. This kind of dry, deadpan sarcasm is extremely British, and it's
Yeah.
how the Brits quietly scream into the void. Is definitely second nature here. It's a little bit dark, but brilliant at the same time. And once you start doing it, you can't stop. I've found that British people just use sarcasm more often than they're straightforward here.
Yeah.
I still
Sure.
have issues with determining whether or not
Yeah.
they're being serious or whether they're taking the
Yeah.
piss.
Because you guys are so good at like the sarcasm. You guys have mastered it. It is a mastery in the of the British. I don't know. It's an art that the British have mastered. Sarcasm. So it really for us that are not British, it really is difficult for us to tell like if you guys are being serious or if you guys are being sarcastic. But I love British humor. That deadpan humor, like I guess I got wet today. Like yes, that's funny, and she's right because if I were to fall in that river, I'd be so upset, frustrated, whole day's ruined. Like I'm annoyed. What a break. Guess I got wet. Go have a cup of tea, have a drink, and you're all good to go. I love it. Oh, I'm big on this one.
This next
I'm
one,
big
I
on
feel
that
like,
one.
has to be the absolute pinnacle of Britishness. They'll complain about whatever the crisis is, but they'll do what they have to do anyway. Here's the thing. British people love a good moan. And I mean, love a good moan more than they love pubs, more than they love tea, and more than they love saying they're sorry. But as much as they moan, they're still going to do whatever the thing is that they have to do, whatever the thing is that they're moaning about. Now, it is entirely possible, especially if it's a crisis situation, that they're going to moan about every single step and they're going to moan about every single thing that they do. But it's also kind of endearing in a really weird, I don't know another word to describe it. It's just a very, very strange way. It is a little bit endearing. Oh, I got to go out in the rain, and they're just going to go out in the rain without an umbrella or a raincoat or a hood. Hate the trains, still going to take the train to work. Hate Christmas shopping, still going to do it. Just maybe a little more loud and maybe a little more sarcastic as well. Then stop into the pub for a pint on the way home. Complaining is all part of the British experience. What took me a long time to figure out is it's not really negative per se. It's more if it's just kind of like a communal collective moan. It's kind of how they bond here. How you cope and how you survive. You moan about it, but you just keep going and carry on.
Okay. I rock with that because I was gonna say when complaining, bro, like I don't get me wrong, I complain. I feel like everybody complains about things. Like nobody lives without complaints. If you do, then congratulations. But yeah, everybody complains. But when it's just like about everything all the time, I just can't be around you. But she says it's not in a negative sense, so I'll take her word on that. Say it's more of a communal thing. It's more of a rite of passage for the British complaining. To me, I'm like, if you're just complaining nonstop or like every step, like I understand do it anyway, but like I don't want to hear like that brings my mood down because I'm a high energy, excited person usually. But when people are complaining or being negative, like it takes me down. Oh, we still got a little bit more though.
So, if you ever find yourself in a tough spot in the UK, just remember, say sorry, even if it doesn't make any sense. Go to the pub and drink your feelings. Make a cup of tea like it's a sacred ritual. Use sarcasm like a stealth weapon and complain, but carry on anyway. It's not just surviving, it's surviving the British.
I really liked it.
I hope you guys got something out of this. I really enjoyed sharing it with you. Thanks so much. Stay safe out there. I'll see you next time.
She's absolutely awesome. She's an absolutely freaking awesome content creator. And that was a great video that I thoroughly enjoyed. She broke down the difference as well between the US and the UK in these things. But so I guess, yeah, the Brits might just handle crisis better than the US. Let's see. Comment down what you guys do when you're in crisis, like when you're going through a crisis. I'll say when I am going through it, I stress about it for maybe 15 minutes. I'll stress about it, but then it gets to a point where You get to telling yourself, okay, this stressing is not helping anything. You can control what you can control, and what you can't. So there's no point in being upset or stressed about things that are not in your control. They are in my control, then I do my best to get the results that I want. If it's not, no sense in me complaining about it or being upset. So y'all talk to me in the comment section. What do you do when you're facing a crisis? What helps you? For me, like I said, I tell myself that I'll go play basketball, hang out with my son. You can't hang out with the baby, um, and stay mad for forever. They will drive you crazy, but they're gonna make you smile. That's all we have. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, check out the next. I'll see y'all next time.